if you live in this part of the world, you will know that the Christmas season is always full of excitement. So many activities happen. And as an employee, you might be tempted to want to just forget about your work and just have fun. It happened to me once upon a time, and I'll share what happened to me, how I nearly lost my job in the process. So don't go anywhere.
Tired of getting bad advice from well meaning people? Want to get to the root of that pressing challenge? Then join Efiel Modia, a behavior specialist and certified mentor, on the Behavior Hub YouTube channel as she talks about real life issues.
The mistakes we make as employees is that sometimes you take the orientation of your former job, and you now bring it to the new job without understanding or realizing the implications. Yes, this is what happened to me. Before I worked in the media house where I had that challenge or that little drama, I worked as a teacher, and you know how it is as a teacher. I worked as a teacher in a government school. If you're in a private school as a teacher, there's a chance that, of course, you will stay, you will close at 5 or 6, they will stress you. But that particular job was a job, a government teaching job that I had. So we used to have during the long summer holidays, like 6 weeks or 2 months, I would go on holiday. During the Christmas, I'll go on holiday. During the Easters, I'll go on holiday. So to me, that was what it was. Like when you are working, you don't need to and once it's a holiday like Christmas, Easter, you just go. So that was the irritation I had as a journalist. Not realizing that some jobs are essential jobs. For example, if you work in the hospital, there's nothing like Christmas, there's nothing like Salah, there's nothing like any other holiday. You have to be at work when you're on duty, except you take special permission. There's nothing like, oh, today is a holiday, so I will not go to work, because every day people need attention at the hospital. There are some jobs that are critical. For example, if you're a police officer, yes, or you're even in the tech sphere. For example, you are in the IT sector, you work for a telecommunications company. People need to make calls even on holidays. So someone has to be on hand. Someone has to be behind the scenes to help things move smoothly. But because I had the orientation of being in the teaching profession, I assumed the journalism profession would be that way. And I just had a plan that, okay, I'm going to, because then I was in Lagos and I was staying in another city, as in my mom specifically was staying in another city. So anytime I had holidays, I would just go and I want to spend time with my mom. Everybody loves that, moms are precious. So and it was during the Christmas holiday, Christmas, New Year holiday. I had the plan to spend the whole Christmas holiday. I can't remember exactly what happened now, but I think I'd already traveled when I got a message from my editor, and she was like, I should come back to Lagos immediately. And I was like, coming back to Lagos for what? That no, I must spend Christmas and New Year outside. I must spend it with my family. And I was really ready to do that. And she had already gone to report me to the main bosses in the newspaper organization. I had no idea then. So I said I wasn't going to go. But just before New Year, I think it was just before New Year, I now realized that, God, I just talk to myself. Sometimes you don't even wait for people to tell you what to do. You just talk sense to yourself. I realized that, man, if I don't go back to Lagos, I may not have the job available again. And I decided, I think it was then after Christmas or just before, I can't remember, I decided to travel back and I went to work. And when she saw me, I saw the shock in her eyes, because it looked as if I wasn't going to obey her. And she had already gone to report me. But that singular act of coming back when she least expected and reporting for work made me save my job. So when you are as an employee, you realize that different offices, they have different orientation, they have different goals, different visions. So when you are working for a company, make sure you understand the vision of the company, the vision, the mission. It will help you understand how to navigate that environment. Don't carry the mindset from a former job to the new job. That you should just be very cautious of that. And don't sometimes you have what they call office gossip. People are talking about, hey, this is what to do, this is what not to do. You see some people, sometimes it could be a trap. Some of your colleagues may be envious or even jealous of you and tell you that some things don't matter, and at the end of the day you get into trouble. So don't depend on your colleagues. Understand the organization, any organization you work for. Understand what it entails to be a responsible employee. Apart from being a responsible employee, you should be a significant employee. Don't just be one of the employees. Always try to make a mark anywhere you go, so that when you leave, when you leave, they will miss you. They will miss your presence. Don't just be one of the employees in the company. Anybody there? No, no, no. You should have that special gift of excellence. Anything you do, you should have excellence. But I didn't always have this orientation. In my years of working for people, there were times I made mistakes, and sometimes I talk about it on this channel. I also try to encourage young graduates, recent graduates, or any graduate at all on how to be top notch at what they do, how to imbibe a spirit of excellence, which is needed, especially in this part of the world. You understand what's happening in Nigeria? Yes, we need a lot of people with a spirit of excellence so that we can move from this level to the next level. So if this is what resonates with you, stuff like this resonates with you, do well to subscribe to my channel. So till I see you in the next video, be careful. Don't eat too much of the chicken and rice on this Christmas day. I know you are all excited. Please take it easy and don't spend all your money. Remember that in January, you have to pay school fees or you have to apply for a course and you need money. So be careful how you spend money this season. So let's see you in the next video. Take care and stay cool.